Ultra Fight Kyanta 2 is a free game released on Steam back in May 8th, 2019. It's a pretty simple fighting game made by a musician named Hara Masel. The game is made to be a fighting game anyone can play with a really fun art style and just really weird and crazy Japanese shit. Like this weird as hell mushroom thing named Kanoko or whatever the hell Jakor is, or even Taro. What a scamp. The main character of this titular game is Kyanta, basically the Mario of this game. Very simple with pretty basic fighting game controls, very similar to Ryu. Now, on September 11, 2021, the creator added a brand new character, Dr. Kyanta. This is an obvious parody of Dr. Mario from the Smash Bros. Series. Now, I can go on and on about Kyanta's moveset and his tech, but we're not actually talking about Ultra Fight Kyanta 2 today. We're actually going to be discussing a game I have not really seen a single person talk about. It's something that makes Dr. Kyanta even more of a Dr. Mario parody. Releasing in October 9th, 2025, it is Dr. Kyanta on Steam. Dr. Kyanta is a complete parody of Dr. Mario in everything but gameplay. Now, before I get into that, I would like to talk about just the game's vibe a bit. It's a very small-scale game, but it has a lot of heart and that titular Ultra Fight Kyanta charm. The how-to-play screen is really good and concise, and I love the little art of the game and all the menus, and even the board. When you're just playing the game, it's simple. The character on the side is dancing, and it's pretty cute. Now, getting into the main mode, we have 3 different difficulties, and these basically mean how many of the blocks that I will explain soon will be on the board. Though, interesting thing is that hard, while the colors are random, it's always this very specific spread, because it is very challenging. Now, before you game, you have the option to choose between the titular Dr. Kyanta or Masako. Now, I do want to go into a little bit about who Masako is, just because I like them, and, I mean, you probably don't know. Put it plain and simple, Masako is Kyanta's best friend, who looked up to Kyanta, and they fought all the time because they like battling each other. Until one day when Masako, at this point known as Maso, gets caught wearing feminine clothing by his sister. He gets kicked out of the house after a fight with his mom and goes to the park. Then he's blasted by the character Well Done's gender change beam. Masako becomes Masako, and she's much happier, feels more comfortable in her body, and is even better at fighting now that she's more true to herself. Just to say, but Masako is literally one of my favorite trans characters ever. I love her so much, but that's really besides the point. Before we get back, here's a fun fact. In Ultra Fight Kyanta 2, Dr. Kyanta's description says, quote, his assistant nurse looks like Maso, but is probably a totally different person. In the fighting game itself, Nurse Masako is in many different moves, but as I say, they were not really sure if it was Masako, but in Dr. Kyanta, it is fully confirmed to be Masako, and it makes me very happy. She's like the best. I was really overjoyed when I saw her in this game. Now, finally, to get to the gameplay. The game itself is very unique. You start the game with only one of 3 colors, red, blue, or green. Now, the moment you press the direction, the next block in your lineup will come out instantly. You have to connect the blocks to the equal color to make them disappear. But you have to make sure you have room to leave the block, as you have nowhere to move, you'll lose. To win, all you have to do is clear out all of the glowing blocks, which is way more challenging than it can seem at certain levels. It's quite simple to be honest, but it's addicting. It's such a unique puzzle game. I have not seen something like it before, and I love it. The strategies you have to think on the spot is so insanely cool, and this game makes me think in such a way I don't think for a lot of games. And honestly, on the subject of really cool things about this game, the soundtrack is absolutely phenomenal. The composer, TDHR, made some absolute toe-tapping bangers you have to listen to while playing this game. Genuinely, some of my favorite background musics I've seen in a puzzle game. You're listening to the music in the background of this entire video, and it's so insanely good. Like, just listen to some of these tunes, man. Okay, back to the gameplay. And, like most puzzle games, this game has multiplayer and versus mode. Now, there's 2 game modes you can do in versus mode. Get a star and standard. Standard, you know, pretty typical thing. You play just a basic round, first clear board of all the outline blocks wins. But then there's get a star, where 5 blocks will have a star on them and first get rid of those 5 blocks wins. This in of itself is really the entire game. And to be honest, that might not seem like a lot, but it is really damn fun. Weirdly addicting, and trying to get all the achievements is fun. Even if I do not think I will ever be able to beat the level 3 versus mode CPU. The game is $3, and what the hell costs $3 these days? While the gameplay is very simple, I do think it's very deep and very challenging, especially if you want to fully beat the game. The game comes with 6 achievements, 3 for beating the main mode on easy, middle, and hard, respectively, which is very good to teach you the game, and then there's the versus mode. The achievements of beating a CPU opponent to first of 3 is so goddamn hard, level 2 onward. They are so insanely good, I have still not beat it. Literally, look at this. How the actual hell am I supposed to beat this? I am just a normal person, please help me. this was admittedly a pretty short video, just to get something out there about this game. No one's really talked about it, and hey, not many talk about Ultra Fight Kyanta 2 either, but I've literally not seen a single soul talk about this game. So I wanted to say my piece. Thanks for watching. Oh, and just to say, remember, Ultra Fight Kyanta 2 is a free game, so at least check that out. It's really fun. It's such a good fighting game, and it's really stupid. Oh, and if you do, play story mode. Trust me, you will thank me later. Okay, bye now.